G'day guys, welcome back to another video. So you might have seen the title and thought to yourself, wait, what? You're no longer using Safetywing Nomad insurance? Is it because it's bad all of a sudden? Well, here's the thing. It's not that Safetywing Nomad insurance is bad or anything like that, but we've recently made a big switch that's made our travels even safer, more comprehensive, and a whole lot easier. So let's talk about why we no longer use Safetywing Nomad insurance and what we've switched to instead. Now, don't get me wrong, Safetywing Nomad insurance was great for a long time. It helped us through some of the roughest patches while traveling. But as our needs evolved, we realized it just wasn't enough anymore. Obviously, the biggest reason was that we wanted to have a baby here in Thailand, and Nomad insurance didn't cover that. And also, what happens when you need something more substantial, like health insurance that covers ongoing conditions and unforeseen circumstances? So last year, after a lot of consideration, we realized that Nomad insurance didn't quite offer the level of coverage we were looking for in the long term, specifically in regards to the health side. Like if anything went wrong with Mandy's pregnancy, or the baby, God forbid, we wanted to be covered 100%. So that's why we've switched to Safetywing Nomad Health, which has actually been recently relabeled as Safetywing Nomad Complete. Now, I know this might sound a little confusing, but I'll break it all down for you in just a minute. But before I do, just a quick disclaimer, we've been affiliates of Safetywing pretty much since we started traveling 3 years ago and creating content. However, we are paying customers like everybody else, and they have gotten us through some of the toughest times while traveling, such as the obvious one, which was Mandy's pregnancy and birth, when we both got dengue fever in Bali, when Mandy got a parasite in the Philippines. She also lost her luggage flying here to Thailand, and I got an infection in Mexico. So yeah, I can safely say that Safetywing has quite literally been a lifesaver for us. So the biggest difference with Safetywing Nomad Complete is it's not just travel insurance. It's a fully fledged health insurance that covers everything from unexpected medical issues to long-term care, whether it's an emergency or something that requires ongoing treatment. Nomad Complete has us covered. One of the biggest perks of Nomad Complete is the US $1.5 million coverage limit. That's right, $1.5 million. Let's take a deep dive and look at the two side by side. Okay, so if you go into the Safetywing website here, you will see there's basically two options for the Nomad insurance, which is Essential and Complete. Essential is the old Safetywing Nomad insurance, and Complete is basically what used to be Nomad Health, which is what we've been on for a couple of years now. So the biggest difference is that, as you can see, Safetywing Essential is designed for unforeseen illnesses or accidents, whereas Complete is for unforeseen illnesses or accidents plus ongoing care for covered conditions that appear after the coverage starts. The overall coverage limit for Essential is $250,000, whereas Complete is $1.5 million. Essential is covered in 180 plus countries, whereas Complete is 170 countries. Coverage at home, this is a massive one. Essential only covers you up to 30 days for every 90 days of coverage when you're back home. So in other words, if you're going home regularly, you're not going to be covered. Whereas Complete actually fully covers you when you're at home, which is great because we're planning a trip back to Australia at the end of the year. We're also planning on spending this Christmas in Canada, so we're going to be completely covered while we're away. As for the health coverage, both of them offer medical treatment and hospitalization, medical evacuation up to $100,000. However, Nomad Complete also offers screenings and vaccines up to $350, mental health care up to $5,000, wellness therapies like acupuncture, physiotherapy, and chiropractic, for example, which we've actually both been using, up to $5,000. Injuries from sports and activities. The Nomad Complete offers coverage for injuries from sports and activities for pretty much everything you do. So like for instance, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I'm covered if I get injured doing that. With Nomad Essential, I may not be covered doing certain things because it's kind of considered I'm doing it at my own risk. This is more of a fully fledged health insurance, like I mentioned. For motor accidents, Essential offers coverage. However, adventure add-on required for motorbike coverage, whereas all motor vehicles are included in the complete package. And for maternity, it's not covered at all in the essential plan. Neither is cancer or pre-existing conditions. However, they're all covered in complete, which is obviously one of the massive reasons why we got it. So now that you've seen the differences, whether it's an unexpected accident or a sudden illness, we know that we're covered, and that peace of mind has been absolutely priceless for us, even though we've been spending a little bit more on insurance. But here's where things really get interesting. With Nomad Complete, we get ongoing coverage for new conditions. If anything new comes up, whether it's a random injury or something unexpected, we're not left scrambling to figure out how we're going to handle it. Nomad Complete has us covered for long-term care, doctor visits, and more. So we really have 100% peace of mind. As I said, we also love the fact that we're covered when we return back home. A lot of insurance plans don't cover you when you're back in your home country, but with Nomad Complete, we can visit family, go home for a while, and still have health insurance with absolutely zero problems. So, why did we make the switch? Because we wanted a comprehensive global health insurance that fits our lifestyle as digital nomads, frequent travelers, and a young family now. But if you're a budget backpacker or digital nomad, don't get me wrong, Nomad Essential is still the best option for you if you're on a budget. But for us personally, at this stage in our lives and travel, knowing that we're covered no matter where we go, where we're visiting, remote destinations, or spending time back home, we're protected, and that is invaluable to us. So if you're a traveler, if you're a digital nomad, or even just someone who wants better global health insurance, we highly recommend Safetywing Nomad Complete. It's hands down the best upgrade we've made for our travels and our family, and we're confident it can be for you too. So if you're interested in signing up, all you have to do is click the link down below in the description to get started with Nomad Complete, and trust me, once you see what's included, you'll know that it's the right choice for you and your family. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. If you found this helpful at all, please hit the like button, subscribe, and even share it with a friend. Cheers.